stained by oil and the weight of dust. I pulled the heavy bolts aside and let the hinges turn to rust. The garden out there died in June. The soil is hard like frozen glass. I am waiting for the empty room to swallow up the ghost of past. Let the darkness in. Let it settle in the hollow of my chest, where the marrow used to spin. Let it come to take the rest. Let the darkness in. Let it tight against the door frame till it breaks, until the boundary is thin, and I forget my own mistakes. Let the darkness in. Let it settle in the hollow of my chest, where the marrow used to spin. Let it come to take the rest. Let the darkness in. Let it tight against the door frame till it breaks, until the boundary is thin, and I forget my own mistakes. There is no mercy in the glare of 100,000 noonday suns. They strip the hidden places bare and name the things that we have done. But here the shadows understand the way a heavy heart should fold. They take the tremble from my hand and turn the fever into cold. The street lamps flickered once and failed, a quiet mercy for the blind. The ship of light has finally sailed and left the wreckage far behind. I do not need to see the walls to know exactly where I stand. I listen as the silence calls and hold the midnight by the hand. desert sands are shifting like the heavy hands of time, while the sun is beating rhythmic on a lonely hill of lime. The pharaohs in their gold leaf sleep are dreaming of the rain, and the wind is blowing hollow through the valley of the pain. The vultures circle lazily in a sky of burning blue, while the secrets of the dynasties are waiting for a clue. I saw a shadow moving where the limestone meets the dust, a silhouette of ancient stone immune to moth and rust. The priest is in the temple with a heavy iron key, but he cannot lock the entrance to the things he cannot see. The river flows in silence past the reeds along the bank, where the heroes and the villains from the same dark water drank. High above the limestone and the heat that never dies, looking through the center of the universal skies, the Eye of Horus watches while the empire falls to sand, tracing every motion of the master and the hand. It's a vision forged in granite and the light that's never dim, floating on the surface where the fallen spirits swim. The merchant in the alleyway is selling silver charms to keep the restless ghosts away and shield the babe from harms. But the gaze that fixed the stars in places older than the trade, it knows the very substance of the mortar and the blade. There's a silence in the catacombs that speaks 1,000 words, louder than the screaming of the migratory birds. The scribes are busy scratching on the stalks of river grass, watching how the seasons and the heavy centuries pass. They try to capture lightning in a jar of painted clay, but the vision of the falcon sees the ending of the day. No wall is thick enough to hide the vanity of kings from the cold and steady brilliance that the waking morning brings. The scales She sits where the ink bleeds cold upon the kitchen wood, tracing the map of every bridge she ever burned for good. The kettle screams a note that she translates into a prayer, tying ribbons of disaster through the tangles of her hair. Her eyes are heavy shutters on a house that's seen the flood, mixing dirt from the garden with the salt inside her blood. The clock on the mantle has forgotten how to crawl, while she carves the secret names of ghosts along the hallway wall. The quill is just a needle sewing shadows to the light. She is digging for the diamonds in the belly of the night. Every ache becomes a diamond, every scar becomes a in the pocket of a velvet coat. The cradle of the dark begins to join the secrets that the restless spirits wrote. The garden gates are swinging on their hinges, watching for the girl with coal black hair. Where the forest edge and city fringes tangle in the cold and biting She doesn't seek the safety of the porch or the orange glow of a kitchen pane. She doesn't need a lantern or a torch to find her footing in the freezing rain. Her footsteps leave no prints upon the moss. She moves between the shadows and the light, counting every gain and every loss, the sovereign heir of every starless sight. Daughter of the night, walking where the wolves won't dare to go. Daughter of the night, higher than the mountain peaks of snow, breaking every chain the morning made, dancing on the blade of every knife, never feeling lonely or afraid, living out a long and hidden life. The sun is just a memory of a fire, a blinding eye that makes the world turn gray. She climbs the rungs of every iron spire to watch the fading ghosts of yesterday. No clock can track the ticking of her pulse. No mirror holds the image of her face. She seeks no truth and follows nothing false beyond the boundaries of time and space. The owls are quiet when she passes by. secret to the moss, where the rusted shadows gather and the heavy branches toss. I walk through the curtain of the tangled ivy vine, searching for the copper light and a long-forgotten sign. The soil remembers every footstep that the seasons washed away, while the cedar stands in silence in the fading of the day. There is a hollow in the oak where the winter kept its chill, and the berries turn to ink against the brow of every hill. The fox is moving like a flame through the ferns of velvet green, living in the spaces and the places left unseen. I found a stone that wears a coat of lichen gray and old, with a story etched in limestone that the elders never told. The pines are breathing heavy with the weight of ancient years, a symphony of falling needles and the rain like frozen tears. The roots are weaving lattices beneath the forest floor, locking up the memories behind a wooden door. The canopy is drinking up the last of heaven's glow, while the secrets of the thicket are the only things that grow. The creek is stuttering on pebbles in a language made of glass, carving out a canyon for the ghost of time to pass. The owl is watching from the heights with eyes of amber stone, counting all the travelers who wander here alone. The air is thick with resin and the scent of damp decay, as the kingdom of the bramble turns the golden noon to gray. I left my name upon a leaf and watched it drift into the dark, past the scars of lightning strikes upon the weeping bark. There is no map for where the briars knot themselves in a row, just the steady pulse of sap and a quiet kind of hope. The wind is combing through the spruce to find a hollow sound, lifting up the spirits from the belly of the ground. The pines are breathing heavy with the weight of ancient years, a symphony of falling needles and the rain like frozen tears. The roots are weaving lattices beneath the its will. You saw them circling above the dry creek bed, counting out the silver for the words unsaid. With hollow bones and a heart made of flint, they follow every shadow and every golden hint. They gather in the rafters of the broken church, leaving the holy temple for a higher perch. The sky is a shroud of bruised and heavy gray, as they watch the lonely traveler lose his way. They don't sing for mercy or a soul to keep. They only wait for the shepherd to fall asleep. Oh, the birds of prey are soaring high, searching for a miracle in a barren sky. They carry no gospel and they feel no pain, waiting for the harvest and the coming rain. With their talents tucked beneath the velvet wing, they listen for the bells that refuse to ring. I met an old man with a map upon his chest. He said the east is hungry and there is no west. The vultures wear the of a face. You can try to grab the hem of a memory, but it tears like gold silk in your hands. Nothing stays solid when the evening tilts. Every solid thing is just a trick of the eye. Empty chairs hold the weight of the silence, while the window pane shivers in the cold. I saw you leaning against the porch railing, but it was only the way the pine trees lean. The world is a collection of missing pieces, and we are the frame that holds the void. All those departed shadows, tethered to the heels of the sun, they don't leave a footprint or a reason, just a heavy space where light used to run. We are chasing the ghosts of our own movements, until the flicker and the flame are one. The hearth is cold, but the shadow dances on the wall. A flicker fed by nothing but the hunger of the hall. I reach to touch the amber light that promises a glow, but my fingers brush the winter where the embers used to grow. Oh, this hollow flame burns without a sound, a circle drawn in ash upon the frozen ground. It casts no heat to melt the iron in my chest, just a ghost of fire that will never let me rest. No oil in the lamp and no wood upon the grate, just a hollow flame left to the hands of fate. Oh, this hollow flame burns place are selling colored glass. They promise every sunrise to the shadows as they pass. But the void is shaped like a lantern in the dark, searching for a reason just to find a single spark. The mirror shows a furnace with a chimney made of stone. The reflection is a kingdom where the king sits all alone, looking for the center of the spinning golden ring, waiting for the silence to find a song to sing. Oh, this hollow flame burns without a sound, a circle drawn in ash upon the frozen ground. It casts no heat to melt the iron in my chest, just a ghost of fire that will never let me rest. No oil in the lamp and no wood upon the grate, just a hollow flame left to the hands of Oh, this hollow flame burns without a sound, a circle drawn in ash upon the frozen ground. It casts no heat to melt the iron in my chest, just a ghost of fire that will never let me rest. No oil in the lamp and no wood upon the grate, just a hollow flame left to the hands of The dust settles hard on the highway lights, where the gravity pulls at my broken spine. I count the stones that tripped my stride, with nowhere left for the ghost to hide. The morning is cold and the shadows are long, but the silence is where I belong. The prophets are sleeping in cardboard beds, with all of the heavy words inside their heads. I traded my coat for a bit of the next high ridge is finally mine. Every time the pavement meets my face, I find a little more of this saving grace. For the climb is steep